Friends of our channel and YouTubers, welcome. Answers of an Alien from Andromeda, 35 video, May 14, 2011. Question: Gostaring asks, the future maps of the world, or the US, are based on the visions of some prophetic individuals. Are they close to the possible future, and if so, how is it possible for them to do so? Probably not with the help of blue or light beings, because there's no interaction between the third and fourth dimension beings. Then, with the help of aliens? If so, some races know what would happen to the Earth long time ago with some accuracy. Gostaring, the conduct of colony developing humanoids, are catalogued for billions of years. Many races started exactly the same way as you. Most things you do is almost a repetitive process of what has happened before with other colonies. Almost everything is repeated in cycles very similar. When a spirit embodied in earlier to help the planet in some way, are called cultural pioneers. They are volunteers in the evolutionary process of colony humanoids. There are special departments for volunteers in the fourth dimension. For them to be more advanced, they embody with brain functions much more liberated than the average of the society which will take part. These are the great physicists, philosophers, inventors, alchemists and prophets, because they already know this information from several other similar experiences in previous missions. This knowledge and information flow easily when they come to encounter the same challenges. Things get out of the normal course only when there is some kind of outside interference unscheduled, as the association of reptilians with your governments. This can interfere irremediably in the history of the colony. Unfortunately, nothing can be done about that, because they have the special invitation of your major governments and churches to attend the world as official guests. We are all here to minimize these consequences, and if necessary, intervene with the reptilians, case things go out of control. Question: Mythy, about the transfer portals, this allow any race to come to any kind of speculation? No one have control of it? It's open doors? I think I already answered that. But see, here on your planet, when an airplane makes a route with stops at airports, have to do a flight plan and communicate the one who controls your airspace, right? With the portals work the same way. The ships have to have a permission pass to travel on that particular branch of portals. When the travel plan is communicated to the control, the code of the ship will have free access to corresponding portals for the duration of the mission reported. The higher the number the portal, it supports more simultaneous traffic. For example, the System 22 to 22 Intergalactic, or the 222 regional support less traffic than the channel above, 33, 33 or 333, so on. All ships circulating are registered. If anything happens, it is easy to identify the perpetrator. Some ships are able to cheat the system sometimes with fake codes, but end up being detected and confiscated with stolen cargo. There are complexes of hospitals jail for attempting to recover these individuals of questionable character. Question: Furling asks, does the community Galactica have a protected planets treaty to protect other planets from invasion? If yes, is the Earth included? See Furling, the community Galactica is a board of planets and their societies. It is always one for all and all for one, with respect to defense. When a problem exists in any colony that is impossible to be solved by itself, The community Galactica can count on all fleets of planets available in the region to support that society with problems. The power of response is very strong. The Earth, when to become part of the Council, will be included in this network of protection common to all societies approved. Currently, Earth is with a level of protection colonial, namely a colony is under development, which may or may not succeed. There are some societies more directly involved in protecting the colonies as most of those already cited by me on our conversations, but any advanced humanoid society that detects problems with any colony, has a duty to intervene immediately in the protection of this colony, registered or not. Do not worry about the invasion of your planet, we are here following the daily events. Question: Furling asks, what do you mean by Europe is get down? Is Europe sinking? Could you explain what you mean? Thanks. Furling does not is sinking, Europe is loosening the edges of their tectonic plates. The tectonic plates are readjusting worldwide, all the old volcanoes are coming back into activity, and this will be accompanied by earthquakes and tsunamis. It's no good I would not say what will happen, at least it helps you understand the urgency to be aware that the world is definitely changing. You have to try to raise your personal frequencies all your days, with everyone around you. Make sure you're moving to an age much better for your future generations. Question: Cody asks, in other meetings you said, after we die, we await reincarnation. I was wondering, the families that we grow up with eternal, like in our next life we have the same brothers or sisters but just different looking? Cody, when you disembody, and is in the fourth dimension, you will see that has already lived with far more people than ever imagined. You can choose people that are more forthcoming if there is the possibility of incarnation, in that particular family branch. But do not worry about it, you'll remember many fathers, mothers, partners and brothers who have already had. Question: MadeDB asks, one thing very weird to me is that most of the so-called messages from Pleiadians in our media say that the upcoming transition is interdimensional. But your major point is that there's no interdimensional transition in Earth only but to just an advance, harmonious 3D Earth with higher frequency. Which one is right? Because I have heard so much about the interdimensional interaction, but you was very straightforward about the absence of interdimensional interaction. DB: okay, I understand your point. First of all, our friends from Pleiades do not know anything about contacts with the Terrans presently. See, it's very easy to talk about interdimensional interactions even when activated your brains enough to develop telepathy between yourselves. You go through a lot of development, still to think of any such interaction. Currently, my race can move the mind when concentrated, to levels that are among the known dimensions, buffer zones of interaction, that allow external observation, absolutely real and interactive. Hence a few more generations, you can develop those skills, inherent in your brain enhancement. Those who speak to you in interdimensional interactions presently, are conceptually wrong about the information, in your current state of evolution. Question: Euphors asks, Mithy, can you explain the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle? Is it a portal? Why is that any kind of navigation boats, airplane, etc. that passes through there and sometimes disappears? I heard that happens in 2 other places in the world. Euphors, the planet Earth, as most of the planets, has some areas that interact with tangential forces, resulting from the balance of the system, with respect to all interactions of forces of the galaxy, where it is supported. These are points of high conductivity, channeled to the planet's core. Imagine this point as rings, where you hold rope supporting a weight at a given position relative, and maintaining a certain movement, seemingly floating in space. Your so-called Bermuda Triangle is one of those rings. Sometimes they form vortexes of energy that interact randomly about objects and instruments. These vortexes sometimes interact with the temporal field, that is the field of time-space interaction that involves all the planets, and keeps your vibrational frequencies stable. This can cause timing failures, or hallways without definite relation of time and space, which can affect aircraft and ships for an indefinite period, depending on the intensity and duration of failures. These not are supernatural phenomena, are just physical phenomena. Question: Euphors asks, my wife saw the meeting, where you explained some of the different types of aliens, including a video of a dead alien laying on the snow in Russia. Today, videos and information came out saying that some students admitted it was hoax. What's your opinion on that? See Euphors, we know that rays from Orion. But, imagine for a moment that the Russian government and its scientists publicly admit an alien who was killed in a disaster from a spacecraft. What this would generate in terms from media coverage, requesting the real facts, charging for answers, need for exposure of the ship involved, etc. The denial of this case is even understandable. Now, to say that some students have made the alien, using a chicken? Only if it were a new breed of chicken coming from a galaxy far away. Right? Question: Epionic asks, Mythi, what is the firefly big things near our sun, that can be seen in a lot of videos from NASA's SOHO camera? Epionic, several large ships when they are in your solar system, remain close to the sun to cause the least possible impact on the equilibrium orbit of the planets. They tend to stay near the apex or foot support of the system because it is most static point of the set. Ships are very large, some larger than your own sun. You will be impressed with the size of these machines when you can travel through your solar system and outer space. Therefore, you can be absolutely certain that through these pictures you are looking for real big spacecrafts. Question: Moose asks, you state in earlier meetings that the reptilians are building or have bases on Mars for the elite, and you also stated that we are not permitted to inhabit other bodies, but we are not yet a part of Community Galactica. So, if the reptilians take or assist some humans there, they and the elite who go will be breaking Galactica rules, am I right? What will be done if this happen? And if we do make it into the Community Galactica with the other humanoid communities, will we be able to detach ourselves from these reptilians? See Moose, the reptilians are here as guests of your government. In return, your governments are being invited of them in the lunar and Martian bases. It's a simple bilateral agreement. They are not breaking the rules, because your leaders are admitting their presence, a free and spontaneous will. Your current governments will not have much time in this new age of the planet, so, these plans reptilians do not have much chance to give good results for them. When you are properly represented on the council, you may or may not accept reptilian presence on your planet. Thanks for watching. Join our channel. You are welcome there.